Good morning, everyone. It's early. We've got to get up and catch a train from Antwerp to Berlin. It's actually 3 trains, not 1 train, so it's going to be kind of a long, annoying travel day. And our hostel room is an absolute mess, so I'll show you. I'll show you what we have to deal with. And I won't get Sally in because she's waking up. We have all our clothes, because we did washing, so we have all our clothes just hanging up. And we have this whole desk still to clean. And somewhere in there are our bags. And the socks hanging there. And we've got like maybe an hour or so to do it. So I suppose we better do that. I will say that this is probably the niftiest thing that we have. This cord for hanging up washing.
It's not a cord, it's a clothesline.
Well, it's a cord for hanging out washing, isn't it? A clothesline. Okay, well that's a technical word for a clothesline. I'm gonna call it a cord for hanging out washing. And it's not just a simple cord, it's like elasticy and has these 2 suction cup thingies, which actually work pretty well. And that's come in handy when it's stuck to a window and we haven't had anything to tie it to. Now I'm gonna attempt to show how I fold stuff. I've gotten really okay at folding things. I'm now mildly average at it because I don't know. I have to fold things here to maximize bag space. If anyone saw me at home, all my stuff just gets scrunched up and thrown into a cupboard. At least before I met Sally.
I tried.
I'm better at folding stuff up at home, aren't I?
I won't answer that.
You're doing okay here. This is annoying. This is the worst part. This is having to pack everything. And when you're in a place for 4 nights, it's the worst. Yeah, that's a poor example of it. It goes in really small. That goes into a packing cube. And these are our new socks. We caved and bought some merino wool socks because apparently they're meant to be really good, and these are really good ones. I like them.
Rona?
Rona. I say Rona.
Like Jonna?
Yeah. They're a blend sock, but they're like really light, and if you really want to, you can wear them for a couple of days. I'm not really into wearing socks for more than 1 day though. Once the sock comes off my foot, I just hate putting it back on, even if I only worn it for like 5 minutes. I actually don't think I've ever folded these ones. I always put them on. Every time that they've been washed or something, I just put them straight on because they're my favourite socks now. There we go. Just, 5 more pairs of those to go, and 2 more shirts and 7 more pairs of underwear. There we go. All the laundry's folded up now. And there we go. Everything I wear goes into these 2 cubes. So this is now the real challenge. Trying to get all of that into this bag. Oh, anyone not seen it up close? This is my bag, by the way. Got this Osprey thingy. It was recommended. It's pretty good. I don't really like how this pouch sort of works though. Sometimes it feels really bulky because I carry a laptop and a bunch of stuff in there. But outside of that, I did manage to get everything in here. And it all, with these straps, it all compresses down pretty well. So, And this backpack, I both love and hate this backpack. I hate wearing it. The straps are crap. It has no support or anything. I love how it packs up into something this small. So, and this is Sally trying to pack her bag.
This is my least favourite part.
Her bag really struggles to close sometimes. She gets everything in there. It just takes a while to close it. You can do it. No pressure, you're just on camera.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Did it. Okay, we checked out on time. Actually, it wasn't our checkout time. We got out of the hotel. Oh my god, I guess I'm a hotel. It felt like a hotel, that place, actually. More than a hostel. But yeah, we got out on time. You may notice that I'm carrying this beer around. My original intention was to actually ship it home, but we got to the post office and I went to ship it, and well, I went to see how much it would cost to ship it. And so I'm a terrible multitasker, by the way. I'm trying to like walk, talk, and make sure I don't get run over by a tram. Like this tram right here. So I'm just like really bad at multitasking. Okay, safely across the road. The beer. Went to post the beer home. Said it would cost me 63 euros to send it, which is ridiculous considering it cost me 23 euros to buy the thing. So I'm now forever stuck carrying this beer until I drink it all, which hopefully shouldn't be too long. But my original plan was to like share it with friends and family back home. So sorry everyone, I couldn't get it back home. This beer though, this beer is like a golden ticket here or something. Even the people at the post office, they were like making jokes about that it's not going to make it home if I was shipping it, and that I should drink it now, because I think everyone knows what this beer is and how hard it is to get. And you know, I would go into a shop and I'd have to pay for something and I'd be carrying this, and they'll go, it'll cost exactly 1 case of West Veteran. I'm the train guy. He said like, your ticket's already been checked, and I was like, how could he possibly know that? And then he was like, oh, you have this case of beer, so you must have been on since Popperange, so that's been checked already. So it's basically a train ticket as well. I feel like it could just get me into anywhere and out of any situation, this case of beer. My baby.
Who doesn't love free stuff?
Free soy chocolate milk.
From the Alpro dudes over there.
Just walking by and they're handing out free milk. I'll take a free milk in the morning. We're gonna get 2 kip curries for breakfast. Here's your kip curry. Kip means chicken, in case you don't know in Dutch. Okay, so we've made it to our first train. This first train goes to Brussels. I think I've said how we're actually getting to Berlin. Have I ever said we're going to Berlin? We're going to Berlin, and there's 3 trains. I think I said that part. First train goes to Brussels. Then from Brussels we have to go to Aachen, and then from Aachen we have to go to Berlin, which that's like a 5-hour train ride, I think. So I think we're going to Berlin at about 6 p.m. and we're leaving here at about 9:30 a.m. So it's gonna be a long day. But I'm still thinking about it. A little bit of gripe about the hostel we're just in. They actually locked us out last night. And to preface this story, I should say that like a month and a half ago my bank card got hacked or something, so I had to cancel it. I also got to update the card details on the booking, so when they went to charge it, it got declined, and which I thought was strange because I only tried to charge it yesterday, which was like 2 days after we checked in, which I thought was really strange as well. I thought it was already paid for. So I got this really threatening email during the day being like, your card has been declined, and if you don't contact us by 10 p.m. then we're gonna like lock you out. It essentially said that, and I didn't appreciate the hostility. So I got back to them at about 7 p.m. because we were sort of like in the middle of nowhere and we're really busy, so I never actually saw the mail. So I got back to them at about 7 p.m. I never heard anything back, and we got back at about 8 p.m. and our things were locked. Luckily reception was there. That girl at reception said nothing about it. It was just like, oh, your thing's not working anymore. I'll fix that for you, instead of mentioning what happened. So a little bit rude. And then they stuck like a big note on our door being like, your credit card's declined, come to reception ASAP, which I thought was also a little bit rude and not very tactful. So or it re-mentioned the hostel. If you watch our previous vlogs, you would have know which hostel we're staying at. So didn't really appreciate how they dealt with that issue. So it was just a simple misunderstanding. They said it didn't have to be so hostile about it all.
You should also have charged it from the beginning.
They should have charged it from the beginning, like, she's exactly right. Like, every other place, because we went through booking.com, so every other place we've gone to, if it hasn't already been paid for online before you get there, they'll charge the card when you get there. So for some reason they charged it like 3 days later, which I thought was kind of strange. The issue could have been resolved with a simple, like, when I went there being like, oh, your card's, we tried to charge it and it's declined. Could have been resolved really easily. Didn't appreciate them resorting to hostility right away. Don't like that. While we have some time on the train, I want to show you, like, give an update on our U-Rail So you have to do a travel diary to fill in all our trips. And we've filled up our first travel diary. And we've got this second page now that we've just filled up that one. This is our current trip, Antwerp to Brussels. So all we have left is this page, which I think is going to be enough, but we're definitely going to get a good value out of a U-Rail. I might do a video on it and explaining how much we've actually saved, but I think we've definitely saved because look at all these trips we've taken. We almost missed our train even though we're on the correct platform well in advance. Yeah, the trains are really, really big and you have to like run halfway across the platform just to get to it.
Because there's no sign on some stations on the platform that tells you which carriage like is at each spot, so you can wait in advance. This one did not. Brussels North is a little bit dodgy. I think.
There's a few brothels just outside of it with girls in the window, much like Amsterdam Red Light District. A little bit sleazier though.
Yeah.
But we're on the train to Aachen now. It's a much nicer train. Could be back on the German trains.
Yeah, I love the German train.
German trains are a bit better.
Time, clean, everything works better.
They're a bit nicer trains. We're in Aachen. Officially back in Germany. Thank you for ruining the vlog, train. This is actually being... Wait for that to be quiet. It's actually our third time in Germany on this whole trip. Did you know that?
Yeah.
We started in Germany. We're in Germany like a month ago maybe, in Munich, and now we're back in Germany again.
I just really like Germany.
Just really like Germany. Germany is really cool. I don't think I have anything else to say to that.
No.
This train is just like a regular intercity train, which has nowhere near as comfy.
I don't like it.
It's a shame for the short train we had like the best seats. This one's for how long?
5 hours. Yeah, about 6 hours. 5 or 6 hours.
We're showing a U-Rail before, so I feel like we've got a lot of use out of a U-Rail. There's been no real issues with it except for one time. And that was when we were coming back from Brussels one time to go back to Antwerp. We weren't vlogging that day, because we went there for waffles, basically, but we did not think they would get waffles. But anyway, on the train, so on a technicality, so we have an unlimited travel for 2 months. And we're meant to fill out the diary every time, right?
Yeah, before you get on.
Before you get on. It says on it before you get on. But what we've been doing is we get on the train to make sure we get on the right one, and then we fill it out as soon as we sit down. And there's been no issue with that. But as soon as we sat down on this train, the lady came up to check our tickets like instantly before the train even left. Like she literally followed us. Like she was like gunning for us basically.
Well, I think it wouldn't have mattered where we, like, because there was a lot of ticket offices. It was quite an empty train, so I think anyone who came in, they were just gonna follow and check. She
just seemed in a bad mood or something. But anyway, we had it out about 2, and then she came along and said, "Can we check your tickets?" So we showed it, and because it wasn't filled in, she charged us for a new ticket, basically.
Because the travel diary thing's only really there for if you have a U-Rail that has like a certain number of days.
And you can have like limited, use ones and stuff like that.
15 days in a month or whatever. And so that I understand in that sense, but it's like.
So like, well, technically we're in the wrong. I did argue with her for a little bit about it, and she made us just buy 1 ticket instead. But I felt like she could have just let it slide. It was like one little thing. We've been filling it out, and you've seen our diary. We filled it out like perfectly. That's every single trip we've had.
Because every other like ticket, so they just look at our pass, see that it's like continuous.
Some of them don't even check it. Like just look at it.
Yeah, she was asking for like passports, because you have to have your passport.
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh, how old are you guys, and where are you going?" Like she was grilling us. Like she basically just wanted to.
Yeah, she wanted to find something.
She was looking for a reason, basically. So we're a little bit annoyed about that. Apart from that, it's only been one issue with it. A little bit annoyed after that one.
We got checked in Spain the first time, but we ended up filled in like the first 3 days because we didn't realise it was you had to fill it out. It was like an optional thing, and the lady was just like, "Oh, you have to fill this out." She was like, "Just make sure you do it." So we're like, "Oh, okay."
That's one thing we found about Belgians is like there's a few of them have been very nitpicky with us on the trains and that, but for the most part, everyone's just been really fine. Like the beer guy, he's just like, "Yeah, you got beer, that's your ticket," basically. Like most of them are pretty chill with things, but that one lady, she was looking for it, and yeah, like it only cost us €6 because it was only a short train. If it was a longer train, that would have sucked. Actually, we're lucky we took a suburban train that day instead of an intercity one. Intercities cost more. Suburban trains would be cheaper because they had more stops. That was the S1 train we took, and that's why it was cheaper. If it had been an intercity and she was on the intercity one, it could have cost us like 20, 30 euro or something.
Plus she only charged for me because I was on the 26. So that ticket's a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, she was cool enough to do that, but she wasn't cool enough just to let it slide. So we're really stupid and we didn't like bring any actual lunch for the train. It's like a 6-hour train ride. So we have to snack on is knekkebrød. Some weird Norwegian bread thing. And that's all we have to eat. It's not that bad. Kind of plain though.
Hopefully those bells aren't too loud. But we are in Berlin! Finally, we made it! That was like the longest train ride ever. Not really actually, I think the one from Rome to Vienna was longer, but that train is a lot nicer and more comfortable and stuff. But we're here, we're at our Airbnb, we're staying in some random neighborhood. Hoping it's like an okay looking neighborhood. It seems okay on the way in, it's very residential. The place we're in is really nice. We just met the guy and he left to go to Poland. Yes, he's renting out his place where he's going on holiday. Worked out well because it's like Easter right now, so I think he's going for Easter or something. But anyways, here's the place. We start out on the balcony. Little balcony. Like so. Nice view. Sun's starting to set, so it's got some good lighting. And the door is slightly broken, so it's okay, we'll deal with that. Keith's trying to juggle. One thing about this place is that all the things are breaking, I think. But it's like, I don't know what you call it, a living room?
The beer made it.
The beer made it, right there. And we got a little couch here, and the desk. And then the bed's over here on some wooden crates, slates. Pallets, that's what it's called. Mirror and a closet, which I assume is where all his stuff is. Some plants. But it's very, it's got a very artsy vibe to it, I like it. And then here's the entryway. So that's the front door there. This place is up 4 flights of stairs. 4 huge flights of stairs, so that was kind of painful. And then we come around, and then this is what you see when you come in. So there's 2 doorways. The one on the left is the bathroom. Shower is not attached to anything, like you can't stand and shower, so it must be one that you have to hold or something. And then we go past the IKEA lamp, and then we go into the kitchen. Very nice, well stocked because someone actually lives here. And then in the fridge, the freezer part is broken as well, so we can't use that, but that's okay. All the plates and bowls. And you come back in here. It's 7:15 and we haven't eaten since breakfast. Well, we had some snacks on the train, but knekkebrød. And we're both pretty hungry, so we're gonna go probably find something to eat or a supermarket or something. We have to go to a supermarket anyways because we have to get stuff. And good job. Okay, there's juggling balls here. In case dropped one. I was gonna say, when we got to Berlin station, the main train station, we tried to get off. Everyone was like trying to come onto the train at the same time, and I'm just like, people, the system does not work. Like, you gotta let us off first, because literally there's like, it's a one-way, like only one person can fit through the doorway, and everyone has this their stuff. And Keith was standing in front of me, and he was literally at the steps to go down, and this woman just like pushed her way on. I was like, come on lady, like this is not gonna work, let us off.
We don't normally do these travel day ones. We haven't been doing them because we don't think they're interesting, but we thought we'd do one.
And there's a reason why we don't do them, because nothing really happened and it was just us speaking, and we sat on the train for like 8 hours. That's why we don't really do them that much. But
hey, maybe we never showed what the trains looked like. Not
I
really.
saw us sitting on the train, just on the chairs. But right now I'm gonna get food. I'm gonna watch some football,
It's AFL,
real football,
so it's
and
not football.
and have one of
Football's
the
what you might call soccer.
and I'm gonna have one of the West veterans.
We'll see you guys, not tomorrow, we're not vlogging tomorrow, but the day after when we go explore Berlin. So, thanks for watching, bye!
Bye.
Okay, never mind, we decided to keep vlogging. I'm gonna vlog dinner.
Yeah, we're going to this Vietnamese place just around the corner that has a 5-star review out of like 50 reviews, so I think we're going to check that out. And this is the neighborhood. It's kind of nice. Trees are nice. I forget what it's called.
No, I was 80.
Yeah, that was an 80.
I'm trying to remember this.
We started with these drinks, some sort of guava.
It was like, it's called like Asia guava pink. And I love guava.
Do you love Asia and pink? Is it good? Oh. Thank you. As we're doing that, the spring rolls and summer rolls.
And I had autumn rolls and winter rolls.
But we got the spring rolls because it's spring, and the summer rolls because we're going into summer. Maybe it's because I'm just really hungry. It's like one of the best things I've ever eaten. Dipping it into the peanut sauce.
So salady.
Yeah, it is, but like the egg in it makes it like really warm at the same time. Ah.
And the sauce is really good.
How good does this curry look? This is like a duck curry and like coconut sauce. Seems to have mushrooms underneath it and some vegetables. Oh.
I got far because I'm adventurous.
This is what she always gets at getting these prices.
I like it.
To be fair, it looks really good. Ooh. Yeah. It's good because there's like nothing in it yet. You haven't put lemon on it.